In this video, we are going to talk about the multimedia principle and the contiguity principle and how they can help us create more effective videos. You can find much more information in the research articles listed in Moodle or in Clark and Meyer's book, E-Learning and the Science of Instruction. Let's start with the multimedia principle. Research has shown that students learn better when our videos have graphics and audio narration together, rather than us just talking or just showing graphics. This tells us that being off camera and focusing on things like pictures, maps, charts, websites, screen recording a whiteboard, such as OneNote, or perhaps a website, is more effective than us just standing in front of a camera, only talking. When we don't have any graphics to use, we can still be presenting main ideas with text, similar to what you would see on the PowerPoint, until we can transition into another graphic. If for some reason we are presenting a large body of text, such as going over homework or an essay, we need to use Camtasia's highlighting or spotlighting to focus our learners' attention to the specific relevant text. This can also work for websites. If you're talking about something intangible, you can use diagrams with arrows, for example, to show a representation of the idea. Now let's talk a little bit about the contiguity principle. Research has shown that people learn better with relevant text next to the corresponding graphic, with lines or arrows helping focus the relation. What we don't want to do is move the text away from its corresponding part of the graphic and move it into a legend key of some sort. We don't want the lines or arrows to be too long, as it causes the student's eyes to have to move too much back and forth from text to graphic. This builds off of the multimedia principle. It's also been proven that students learn from simple graphics that are immediately relevant to the material. We don't need to find fancy graphics to decorate the screen. This is actually a big violation for a lot of professional video creators. Focus on the content and not how well we can make our videos. If we're making a video that prompts our students to do something, ensure that the exercise directions are on screen alongside the problem, data, or graphic that the students will be working with. If you're using interactive hotspots with quizzes, make sure the feedback to answers, right or wrong, are given with the questions still on the screen. Try not to separate feedback from what you are giving feedback on. Ensure that what we are talking about syncs up with the corresponding graphic. If you're writing on something like OneNote, you may need to delete the audio of your initial screen recording and use Camtasia's voice narration feature to go back and record your voice again, which would be much easier to match up with what is being written on the screen.